Hi, as a part of a Python tutorial, in this lecture, we see how to create 2D array, that is a two-dimensional array in Numpy. Okay, to write the code, I am using the VS Code Jupyter Notebook. So I am add a new code cell and already I have imported the NumPy has in a previous lecture. I imported this one. So need to import the statement here and now directly we create a array here. So I say I use the to creating array, I use array method here. So array, just say np dot array, and we are creating a two-dimensional array, means we have to use a two list here. So we are creating array of int type. So I use one list as 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and after this I give it a comma here. Then I had to create one more list and I had to provide the value as 9 comma 8 comma 7, okay, and 6 here. So now I had to enclose these two lists in the one more square brackets here to create the two-dimensional array. See, that's it. That's it. If you provide like this, now we have created a two-dimensional. Just quickly I print the generator array. So I need to pass this one into the variable. So I use ARR and I want to print this array here. That's it. See, now we have created a two-dimensional array where we have two rows and four columns here. Now what we want, I want to print the what say, I want to get all the details of the dimension of the array, shape of the array, size of the array, and data type also. So what I do, I just quickly copy the print statement from the previous code. Just copy here and paste it here and just explain the code here. See here what I'm doing. I'm using the array attributes. We have array attributes here. So one of the attribute I'm using is the endim. Okay, this endim attribute is used to get the dimension of the array here. Okay, and next attribute I'm using is the size attribute. So size attribute will provide the number of elements in the array here. So in this case we have 8 elements here. So it has to get the 8 elements. And shape of the array. The shape of the array, what will get it? The number, the shape will be x comma y or rows comma columns here. So r comma c. Okay. So in this case, we need to get 2 comma 4. Okay, the shape and data type. So here we are all we are using is a int type. So the generator should be the data type should be the int64 here. So now we'll print and confirm the same. Run it here. Say dimension of the array is 2D. Ready? Because we have two rows here. Okay, this is 2D and size of the array is a 8, means the size of the array is a 8 means number of elements. The size of array means the number of elements in the array here. Okay, one more attribute I'm using is shape. If you see the shape of the array which we generated is the 2 comma 4, means 2 rows 4 columns, and data type of array is the int64. Okay, this is how we can able to create two-dimensional array, and here we can able to give some more parameters. We can do some more parameters for the array method here. So I use one more parameter called d type. So D type, now I want to create a array of float here. If you see here, it is a int type, right? And the D type also, when you print the D type, it came to 64. Now what I want to make this array has a float here. So I have to use D type parameter equal to NP float. So data type in the NumPy we have int, float, complex, right? So you have to use a float. I want to give float 64. Okay, so we are using the float 64 here. Select and enter. Now once again run it here. Now the generated two-dimensional array will be float type. So if you see 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot like this means float type here. And if you see dimension is same, the size of the array, and the change we have is the data type of the array is float 64. Okay. Now instead of float 64, I had to use the data type complex here. I say the np dot complex here. Just give the complex 64 or 62, 65. Just click on enter here. So you generate. Okay. Okay. The problem I say np dot complex. Do complex 64 here. Click on enter. Okay. See, it has generated a two-dimensional array of complex data type here. See, we see the data type of the array which is created is a complex 64 because we can create the two-dimensional array or three-dimensional arrays or one-dimensional array, and you can provide the data type also in the array method. Okay, so if there is no it is optional. D type is a optional in our array method here. If I remove this one also, it works fine here. Now, if I remove this one, the default will be the int 64. Okay. So I'm not providing the D type parameter here for the array method, and the automatically generated int 64 data type array here. Just click on run. If you see here, the created array is of int type and the data type of the array is int 64. If you means if you not provide the d type parameter, automatically the generated array will be the int type here. So this is how we can able to generate a two dimensional array, that is the by using the two list here. Okay, this is all about the two dimensional